Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Life I'm Gonna podcast. Hi guys, I'm joining you after a very underwhelming game. Um, we're going to jump into it, guys, but before we do, hit that like and subscribe button, guys. It really helps the channel out a lot. Helps the channel to get to a wider audience. All right. All right, guys. So first off, I would like to say that I feel like Mikel Arteta got the lineup wrong. I feel like we should have stayed with the same lineup that we had in the game right before this game, which is the Chelsea Carabao Cup semi-finals, which the performance, I mean, the result wasn't the best, but the performance was impeccable. It was great. Lots of cohesion, lots of good defensive play, lots of good attacking play, and the team look like they look like they were like they meshed and they gelled really, really well. Um, the the keeper and defense, that's what I expected to see. The midfield three, that's what I expected to see. And then I expected Gyökeres to start up front. But Martinelli and Madueke, like in my wildest dreams, guys, in my wildest dreams, why would you do that? Why would you start those two? After the game that we had, why would you go and then start those two? Why not save them for Inter Milan? Those two players have been specifically good in the Champions League. Martinelli has 5 goals in 5 games in the Champions League, right? Why not save them? We need the legs anyways. Why not save them? You put us in a situation where we've used both sets of players, both sets of wingers. To what? To get them both sets of players tired out for the game against Inter Milan? Because Trossard ended up playing 45 minutes of the game. What was the point? Anyways, guys, let's jump into it. So it was an even start. Um, Elliot Anderson, by the way, guys, Elliot Anderson is a player that we should look at. He had a fantastic game. He's a good player, but he had a fantastic game today. He had a fantastic game. Like he basically neutralized all three. He was bullying Odegaard all game, and he basically neutralized. This guy was a man possessed. He basically neutralized all three defenders, all three midfielders. Sorry, Rice, Zubimendi, and Odegaard. And there should be something to be said about that. That was an immense performance. And I heard at the end of the game that he got the man of the match from the sponsors, and obviously no shit, like that was a pretty obvious man of the match. Um, Anyways, a little bit of dirty theatrics or tactics from Dominguez in the first half is trying to get Gabriel Magalhaes booked. Obviously he didn't elbow him. Um, a good clearance from Raya. There was a chance where there was a point where Raya, I think he was out of his box and he had to come in and he had to, or no, he wasn't out of his box. There was a ball put through and it split our defense in half, and Raya ran onto it and kicked it upfield. And I think that was very good to see from Raya defensively, and for him to be able to predict or to back himself, because when you go into a situation like that, you're all the way out to goal. You have to get to the ball. Um, 28th minute, Martinelli miss. Guys, that reminds me of which game? Portsmouth. That goal that Martinelli missed is almost identical to that. Bro, you have to score. You have to score. This one was even easier. You have to score those. Uh Good ball from Madueke. Martinelli miss. Um Ball in from, and then right after that, ball in from Madueke again for Zubimendi. I can't really tell if Zubimendi meant to pass that to Gyökeres or if he was trying to shoot himself. If he was trying to shoot himself, that was not good enough. And if he was passing it, which is what I think he intended to do, Gyökeres needs to get to that ball. And I just don't, like, you should be throwing yourself at that ball. You need goals. Like you have to be there, bro. Like I don't know what else to say at this point. Like you have one good game and then it's just back to shit. And I'm sorry to sound negative, guys, but I mean, I don't know, like these players not giving me anything else to say. All right. So Gyökeres has to do more to get to that ball. In the 34th minute, Arsenal had 96 possession, 96% possession. That's a lot. That kind of shows our dominance. I found that in a lot of moments in the first half, Arsenal were getting their passing wrong. Like they were choosing passes that never really made any sense. Players were making runs. The wingers and the midfielders weren't seeing the runs and they were passing it backwards a lot. They were passing it to people under pressure. And it was like people are blaringly open. I saw Martinelli screaming for the ball, but they persist to play on the right hand side over and over and over again. Guys, you have to switch it up. Can't have players wide open screaming for the ball and you just continue to persist. It becomes very predictable. All right, so there was a lot of moments where Arsenal were choosing the wrong passes. Um, and let's talk about that Gyökeres breakaway. So he beats his man. Ball through, he beats his man. The guy is all over the place, guys. Beats his man. Steps away from him. Cannot seem to control the ball properly. I don't know. He doesn't seem to have good control over whenever he has the ball. Fumbles along like Gyökeres does. Does not know how to run in a straight line, so he's going all over the place. The guy catches up back with him, and it ends up being nothing. Havertz, Gyökeres away. We've seen those players away at goal. Those guys score. So this is basically further give further vindication that this guy is not the guy to start. This guy needs to bench, bro. This guy needs to go on the bench ASAP because that should have been a goal, like at least a convincing attempt at goal. It's unforgivable. It's poor. All right, so that was it, the end of the first half. Second half, I barely have anything because barely anything happened in the second half. So we started. Usually, Arsenal starts really good in the second half. It wasn't good enough. That start wasn't. It wasn't convincing. There was no conviction. No wanting to right the wrong of the first half. Just blah. Immediately after that, three substitutions were done. Marino, Jesus, Saka. So when it's a 56 minute and we just made a substitution on a 45 minute halftime, when on a 56 minute, especially Arteta, when he's making a triple substitute, you know that this team is absolutely doing jack shit out there. All right. Good ball in from Rice for Saka header, and Saka was very unlucky not to score that. Like especially with the defender being in front of the goalkeeper, in front of Sells. I thought that was a sure goal. Like I was expecting the net to bulge. It was an amazing effort to stop that by the goalkeeper, I must say. Um, Great save. And okay, so that ball that went to VAR, like the VAR official, they should be checking his bank account because there is no way in hell that ball is not a penalty. The guy literally used his hand to bring the ball in, bro. Like, I don't know how much more obvious it gets. It's not even like like I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Like it was so his hand was even curved to prevent the ball from coming in. Curved like this, guys, guys. Anyways, I'll leave with this. Went to Liverpool, or Liverpool came to us. We had an opportunity to go 9 points clear. Nil all. I would say it's okay. It's Liverpool. They won the league the season before, and they're a good team. So we forgive ourselves. Today, we go to a 17th, 16 or 17, 17th. Let's just run with 17. 17th place, Nottingham Forest, guys. If we win this, we go 9 points clear. I think it's safe to say if we are 9 points clear, that we probably just about did it. especially when you look at City's games and you look at our game for the rest of the season, especially the away games. And the teams that we historically struggle against, we are basically, past most of those. We are beyond most of those teams. So Man United did the job. Man United did the job, guys. They beat City. They did us a favor, and we can't seem to do a favor for ourselves. Year after year after year, we can't seem to do ourselves a favor. So what to say? And we end up losing the league or conceding the league to City or Aston Villa. I look back at games like this. And it's so annoying because we said every season, oh, we look back at games like this. Not good enough, guys. Poor. Anyways, guys, hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Comment, turn on those notices, and share with a friend. All right. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Lifelong Ghana Podcast, and see you on the next one. Peace and love, and we're out.